Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to check a new system that I've just created for a local high school for generating result slips. So we can just have a look at it. So we have the login page. If you just go to the site, you have the login page before you go to the dashboard, and I'll just put in my password, username and password. And after logging in, you'll be taken to the home page. Now here in the home page, you can see all this, but I'll just show you how to set it up before we generate the actual reports. So the first thing, you'll just go to the configurations and make sure you have everything set. Now I have the students here, where you'll just create new students, and this is where you'll create new students. And you can see you can create a new student by using their name, student number, gender, the class, section, and the status of the student. That's all you need for the student. And then you can also view the actual student. You can edit the student, you can edit, and also you can delete. So the next thing you need to do is to set up the classes so that they can be used when creating a student. So you can go to the section for the classes, and you can see you can create a new class. You add a name, and if it has a next class, you can add it here, and also the status of the class. Yeah, and then we just save. For now I haven't put anything there, so you'll get an error. So let me just go to that section again. And then you can view the class, you can update the class, and also you can delete the class. Yeah, then you need to set up the sections, where you can just create a new section. Let's say if you have red, you are using colors, you can use red, blue, green. So let me just try to add blue here. Yeah, and you can see it is here, it has been added, and you can also delete it. Then the next section is to add subjects that are being offered in the school. And here you can see when adding a subject, just add the name and the status, if it is active or not. And then you can view the class, you can update the class, the subject, and then you can also delete the subject. The next thing you need to set up is the exam type. You can have more than one exam type. You can have open exam, midterm, and end term, and you can just create it here. You add the name and the status. Yeah, so you can view the exam type, you can edit the exam type. Yeah, and also you can delete the exam type. So this is just fine. And then the next thing is to set up the academic years. And here the only thing you need to add is the name and the status of the academic year. You can view, you can also update the academic year name, and also delete the academic year. You have the terms, you can have term 1, term 2, term 3, or maybe term 1 and term 2. You just decide what you want, and then you can create a term, add the name and the status. You can view, you can update, and also you can delete the term. The next thing is to set up the recommendations. If a person gets an A, what will be the recommendation written in the document being printed? So you'll have to set them up here. If they get an A, this will be printed there, A minus, B until the E. And then after finishing writing all that, you can just save the changes, and everything will be set. Now one thing is remaining for the setup is the configuration. You just go to the icon here, user icon, and then you go to the settings. Here is where you'll set up the name of the school, the address, the box number, the email, and the phone number of the school for contacting the support team. And also you have the logo. This logo will be used in printing of the documents. and the fav icon, this one will be used up here, but I've not configured it yet, but it's not important. The most important thing here is the logo. So after setting up everything here, you just save the changes and you are all set. So what we are going to do now is to now key in the results for the students. So we have the exam results here. Now you'll see all the results of the students that they have done from the time you started keying them in the system. You'll see them here, all of them. So you can create one, you can create you can key in results one by one on each student, and that is, you can do that mostly if you are updating a result. I wouldn't recommend if you have a lot of students to key them in one by one, but now here you can do that. So you can you can add a result for a student for a specific exam, and you can view the results, you can update, and also you can delete the exam result. Yeah. So instead of keying them in one by one, I added an option of keying them in bulk. Let's say you want to key in the results for Form 1s only, you can just key them in in bulk. So I added this section here. So you just go there, and now you select what year you are in. Let me say we are in 2025 now. We select the term. Let's say we are keying in for term 1, exam type for opener, and then we want to key in for Form 1. The subject, if you want to key in for all the Form 1s, you just leave the section open, but you want to key in for a specific class and a specific section, you just select the section here. So I'll just leave the section field blank, and then we go to the subjects. Let's say now we want to key in for the mathematics, you just select here and then search. You'll be shown all the students and their scores. If you already keyed in the results before, they'll just appear here, they won't be duplicated. So that is the advantage of this system. There will be no duplicate of the results. If you already keyed in the results, you'll just update them here. You can't create a new record for them. So you can just update, you can create anything you want. So after finishing, you submit. So before you submit, let's say you are creating there is an optional subject like chemistry. This is an optional subject, and let's say this student with the ID 1 here, with the first student, actually, let's say just the student with student number 001 doesn't do this exam, you just leave the field empty. So if you leave it empty, it won't be added. This exam won't be added in the result slip. So that's all you need to do. Just leave the field empty and then submit the form, and that's all you need to do. So after doing that, we have all our results ready. The next thing we need to do is to now generate the result slips for the students. So you go to the exam groups. Now here is where you group the exams that you want to be included in the result slip. So if you go to the exam groups, I'll just give it a name. Cat 1, let me say Cat 1. Cat 1 2025. And open exam. I guess that is okay. Cat 1 25 open exam. You can specify the term. Term 2. Let's say term 2. So this is just the title for me to recognize the record that in future it will be more descriptive when I go through the titles. So I've specified here I'm using 2025. So the academic year, I'll select 2025, and then the term, I say term 2, so I'll select term 2, and then exam type is Cat 1 actually. we have the opener. So I'll just change the name here. Let's say open exam. Opener exam. Yeah. So here I'll just select the open exam. If you have 2 exams you want to print to be included in the results slip, you just add a section here and then add the exam. So it will be open exam, and also you'll just name them the way you want. It will be opener, and let's say midterm, you just name them here. Just make sure the title is not long and is more descriptive for you to remember. So if you just want to add another exam type, you just add here. But for now, let's just stick with one. And then after that, you just save the changes and you'll have it here, the first one. So if you want to print the results for the students, let's say you want to print the results of the student of this exam, opener term 2 2025, you just now go to the view, and you'll be shown all the students here, and you can print the results for that open exam term 2 2025 for each student that you want. Now you have all the students, but you can't print all of them at once. So what you'll do, you just select a class, you just filter them. Let's say you want for Form 1, and the section is only the default one. Let's say you want to print for the Form 1s only, all of them. Now you'll be prompted with all the students for Form 1, and you can see we have the filter here. Now if you go to the print, you'll be taken to a new page that has the PDF to be printed. And here you can see you have all the results for the student, each subject that they did. And we have the English, Kiswahili, chemistry, agriculture, and all that. And for this student, I can just go and look for the student that doesn't do chemistry, and we can go and let's just check it, the configuration in the exam group. I guess we have that student somewhere. Yeah, it was 2025 term 1 exam tab opener, class Form 1, and the subject was mathematics. Not mathematics, it was chemistry. And I'm not sure if it was term 1. Well, term 1 open exam, midterm. Okay, let's say we have 2025. Let's say 2025. We find a student who doesn't do we make a student to have who doesn't do chemistry to have the score empty. So we have the term. It was term 1, and then it was open exam Form 1 section default. Let's do that. Yeah, we have 2025 term 1. The student is Prof. Boni Hackett. Actually, we have the student here. So what we need to do is go to the opener exam. Now let's edit this one and make it term 1, and then let's just rename it to how to be term 1, and then save the changes. So if we just go to the view section and then search the student name, and then we search the student, and we'll have the student here. If you go to print, you can see there's no chemistry anywhere here. It has been excluded in the result slip. So that's all you need to do, and you have your exams result slip, and you can just print them out. You can download or just print them out. That's all you need to do. So the only thing that is remaining here is to generate the overall report for the exams. Now you need to key in two exams that you're comparing. So the first one is the old exam, and this the latest exam that you did that you're comparing with. You put it on the right side. So the old exam, let's say it is 2025 from term 1. Let's say term 1, and then exam is open exam. You want to compare these two exams, and then the second one will be 2025 academic year, term 1, and then exam type will be midterm. Now just click the view report. You'll be taken to the page for printing the report, and you can see for each class section it will have a different report. for each student. So here you have the champions for each subject in that exam. You can see the exam is this one, term 1, exam like opener, year 2015. And you can see all the people who passed, who led in those exams. You can see all the results here. And down here you can see those who got A in general now. You can see all the students who got A. Like here you can see no one got A in general if you add their results. And we have 2 students who got B plus, and the rest here. And in total we have 18 students in that class. And the mean score, you just get it here. It's just generated automatically. And the next one, you can see the most improved students. Mostly if you are awarding the students who have improved, you can now see them here with their percentage of how they have improved from the previous exam. Now we have them here, and also you can see the most dropped students. They are being printed here. So the documents will be the same for all the classes, but the report will be different based on the students and their performance. Now you can see everything is ready here, and it's ready to be printed. You just print everything, and you can now use it. You have the hard copy of the report, and that's all we have in this system. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.